Hey Sony, nice camcorder. FX6, not bad. It's almost as nice as my smaller, cheaper A7S III, equal in every way. Better in some. Let's talk about it.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
Oh, little Sony. Sure, you lose battles to micro 4/3 size sensors, but don't hear that. Don't listen to that. So today we talk about the Sony FX6. Should we give a shit if we have a Sony A7S III, and while we're doing that, we're on something. You've never seen it on the channel. Nobody's ever seen it in their life. Can you guess it? And then I'll review it. I'll pit it against this. Thank you, Camera Canada, for lending me the mystery camera that autofocuses so perfectly. So let's get the obvious out of the way. The Sony A7S III does 100%, if not 115% of everything the FX6 does. There's the minor thing, like maybe the color is slightly more pleasing in the FX6. The internal NDs, okay, that would be nice, but you sacrifice so much for it that, yeah, you don't need it. Grab yourself a Stingray. That's an ND filter. That is fantastic. It's in focus for sure. In my opinion, only the snootiest of wannabe filmmakers would go for the FX6 over an A7S III. It's just, oh, the comments. That Black Magic video I made, oh God. Filmmakers leave the dumbest comments I've ever seen. Oh, it's not a vlogging camera, it's for professionals. You ever seen you want to see a movie? I just made one. I need to do a whole video on filmmakers. They do nothing for anybody. They wait for the right lighting. Oh, we're at twilight. Look at this building. It's a fucking building. Still a building. Oh, the blue light shining off the workers inside with the red light. This is magic. It's not magic. It's nothing. I feel nothing. Oh, there's office workers. They're slaves to the system. I don't want to be within 10 feet of the person who would choose an FX6. First thing I wrote down here, the top handle mic jack situation. I would want to strip that thing down to somewhat resemble, as small as I could, a camera like this. That was English. The top handle has the XLR inputs, and there's not even a 3.5mm mic jack. It's a GoPro. It's a GoPro. You need the media mod for it. How much is that going to cost? The Sony FX6 media mod. Will it ever be out? Will it overheat? These are the questions. Who uses a handle anyway? What kind of loser? Oh, look at that. I love this stabilization. I feel somewhat empowered. Look, I'm up here, but the image is coming from my crotch. Oh, this is good. This is good content. Thank you, handles. Even the Sony ZV-1 had a better thing on top. Little mic fur on there. Like, this thing has one tiny hole. It's like on the side or something. It's like great for documentaries of people that annoy you on your left-handed mug drinkers. Oh, I wish it's the same. It's an ambidextrous device. I hope someone makes left-handed toilet paper one day. Oh. By the way, overhand is the proper way. Underhand is for losers. You have to reach further. Don't do it to yourself. So there's no 3.5mm mic jack on it. I'll be honest with you, I'm doing external audio anyway. That's a nightmare for the lighting. What if I turn it around? Is this flattering? Oh, the bike shadow. This is not good. Ideally though, I would just plug this lav mic directly into the camera. The only reason I don't is because it's a lock-in mechanism and I don't want to waste the time. And my other lav mic has a wind fluff thing on it. I don't want to take that off every time. I need a third lav mic in here. That's bullshit. How's the autofocus performance? Have you guessed it? Wow. Also, I'm hearing conflicting reports on that Flippy Screen. It's not good. Not only, you have to attach it to the handle to get a Flippy Ability. If you do it to the body, it doesn't flip right. That ain't right. And then you got no audio. So you have to have both those clunky shits. I think Sony had a boardroom meeting about how to make a dumber camera than the A7S III and charge more money for it. Alright fellas, A7S III sales are coming in hot, and we're proud. We're proud of all you here. Good job. We made a video-centric camera. They said we couldn't do it. They said we took too long. We made it. Let's debunk it. I may have an idea. Let's make a video-centric A7S III. We'll focus on the video features instead of the photography like we did in the A7S III. Candace, how do you come up with such brilliant ideas? Are you wearing a Q-Link or something? Is there a 2-for-1 sale going on? I wish there was. I wish there was a link down below. Let's do this thing. Let's make a video-centric A7S III. That shouldn't be too hard, boss. Hear me out. We use the same sensor. We'll put 4K 120p in there. Make the body a lot bigger though. We'll put buttons on the side. Remove the IBIS though, even though there's room for it. No extra features. More money. It'll sell. It kind of sounds less convenient than the A7S III. Why would people get it? Is there something extra in it? You don't get it, do you? It's like a show about nothing. It's like Seinfeld. The nothing is the show. The FX6 being bigger is why it's better. And it has buttons. Filmmakers like to press the buttons. They bring their kids to work. Are they bringing their kids to work because the movies are so bad that people demand refunds after and they get free popcorn, so they end up losing money on the whole thing? For the most part, yes, filmmakers, they just look for lens flares. That's all they focus on. They forget that they have to actually tell a story. They just look for lighting scenarios to get a lens flare in there. Oh, backlit. That's why they're hobos. They live in their mother's basement. They have to bring their kids to work. Candace, we have to put something in this camera to make people buy it instead of the smaller, cheaper A7S III. You're not selling me here. What could we put in there? Okay. We'll put an internal ND system in there. That way, filmmakers can sacrifice their IBIS and have shaky footage just so they don't have to use a tiny disc on one of their lenses. It's a cheaper solution, but they're dumb. They live in their mother's basement. The mother won't even look after their child because they're stupid. They filmed the child against backlit situations. The sun reflected into their eyes. It did retina damage. Honestly, from what I'm hearing, the FX6 is so much harder to operate than the A7. Like the touch menus, they don't work. You can't just tap to focus. Not that I do that a lot. Sony autofocus just gets you. It struggles sometimes. It will hunt. There's times. Not very often. It's very reliable. Not as reliable as its most heated rival. But it's good. I'm just not seeing the advantages. I wish there was an internal variable electronic ND in here, but there's not. So I suffer, or you suffer, through my shutter speed videos that motion blur nothing. But thankfully, DaVinci Resolve has a new side effect. And you can just do that now. So we fixed it. Welcome to natural. We fixed it. Motion trails. Didn't think technology would catch up with you, did you? You didn't foresee it. You didn't foresee it. So, that's your fault. That's on you. Bottom line here, it's a bigger, heavier, more awkward, less ease of use, feature-wise, to use camera, tap-wise, for more money, with like no advantages. Just get the Sony lover horse. I remember when the Sony FS5 was my dream camera, way off in the distance. I think I was using the Canon G7X at the time, Mark I, and I was like, oh man, imagine that. Just for the slow motion, it had 240p, I think. I was like, oh wow. And then Max Yuriev ruined my life, and he compared it to like the Sony A6300, and it crushed it in every way. I was like, that dream died hard. It's like 10 grand or something. Why did I even want that thing? It's big, it's clunky. These cinema cameras are for nobodies. They make stupid videos, but like, oh look, my Sasquatch, will he ever show up? He never comes. Your whole video is just you alone in a forest. It's a good movie. I'll watch it. 3 stars out of 5. So I highly don't recommend this for anybody. Even a filmmaker, a wannabe scrub filmmaker who's about to film a laundromat episode of Who's Gonna Come In Today, I would still point them to this, or even a G9, for all we know. So, I don't see the market. Nobody. I'm gonna leave. Thank you for watching. Did you guess the camera? Post your guesses down below. And thanks for buying a Camera Conspiracies t-shirt and a Q-Link pendant, 2 for 1 down below. They'll make you feel better, you'll sleep, you'll have lucid dreams, asshole. Debunk that. Debunk that. Alright, subscribe for more videos and I'll see you in the next one. This is the worst wig. Or is it? Can you see that there's a lot of hairs? Stray hairs?